Bitcoin breaking through major resistance lines as of right now. We are talking, and Bitcoin is retesting the 10K area. We're going to take a look at the charts, dive on into it, see what might be going on here, and see if we can get a clear idea of whether or not we are going to actually break above our resistance points at about 10K or that 10.5K area. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and here we go. And if y'all are brand new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make about Bitcoin on this channel. And if y'all are brand new to this channel, don't forget we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase and the market guide buy and sell signal. So we're using a few paid for indicators. Let's see what kind of clear direction that they might want to give us for the upcoming future, and to see if this is going to continue, if we are going to actually find that 10.5K area and maybe break through it this time. So as you can see here, starting off on the lower time frames, we're kind of just getting a broader idea of what might be going on here. We can see that we had this major push up here all the way up to that almost 10.4K area. Our pivot high sitting at right at about 10.2, so 10,200, and we had a major wick of rejection there too. So now we're going to have to wait to see if we're going to continue to buy up this wick or if we're going to consolidate out to the side, and what could happen here going forward pretty much. So we had money just moving into the market the past couple of days, over the weekend pretty much too. And one thing that we need to also be aware about is that, you know, the CMEs are going to open on Monday, leaving probably a pretty big gap too as well. So Bitcoin on the CMEs is sitting at right about 9,600. So that's something that we also need to be aware of, that there could be a sell-off coming Monday morning too. So maybe if you're interested in, you know, having a position open, that's a possible trade that you could take too as well. Currently sitting up above major support and areas that we did break through on our 15-minute time frame. So let's go ahead and move on into our 30-minute time frame here, see what might be going on. So our 30-minute time frame also making clear a support above our purple trend lines as of right now, and it does look like we are just going to continue to probably make a move up here too. One thing to take note of is it does look like we do have a bearish divergence here on our 30-minute time frame with our two blue waves here, and then money flow is still kind of just moving into that you know, greenish area, looking relatively healthy. As of right now, we are getting a red dot here on the 30-minute. Let's go on into our 45-minute time frame, see what might be going on here. 45-minute time frame, I will go ahead and turn off Cipher SR. Obviously sitting way above support on the VWAP too as well. And you can see that we've been kind of moving in this symmetrical triangle, and it does look like we wicked all the way back up to retest the top of that as resistance. So as we start to zoom out, we can kind of see that, you know, so we're still kind of in this symmetrical triangle on our yellow lines, and now we're just going to maybe continue to move sideways or try and push back up above this yellow resistance line up here. So let's see what else is going on. Money flow is looking really nice here. We can also see our blue waves still moving up to the top side as well. Let's go on into our 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, EMAs are just getting a nice little spread here on the 1 hour. No sign of a imminent reversal. It looks like our 50 has been of nice support for us moving forward here on the 1 hour chart. And then we can also see that if we start to zoom out a little bit more, we'll find the end of the symmetrical triangle too as well. Our Cipher B is also maybe going to give us a red dot relatively soon, but maybe something that can be noted as to just maybe have a little consolidation before we try and break through this yellow trend line that's up above us. And then our blue trend line is right at about 10.5K, which we know to be major resistance for Bitcoin, and we have not been able to break through it. So we're looking forward to possibly getting a move up ahead of that too. But let's zoom out on the charts and see what we might be able to tell from here on out. It does look like we've kind of pushed through one of our trend line support areas too as well, which was once resistance, now support. So something to take note of there. Our purple line going on into our 90-minute time frame. Let's see what's going on here. 90-minute time frame, buy signal there, obviously, and then we can see that money flow is just looking really nice here. Money's just moving into this market. It does not look like it wants to slow down at all. We've had a nice big volume spike here on the 90-minute time frame as well too. So yeah, things are looking pretty juicy for Bitcoin as of right now. Our 2-hour time frame also giving us possible, here I need to open this here real quick. Another nice, sitting right up above another nice trend line area too on that purple trend line. But yeah, it's looking like things are definitely heating up for Bitcoin as of right now. But we're going to have to wait to see exactly, obviously we have major resistance at 10.5K. We're sitting at 10K now. If we can break through this yellow trend line that's right up above here, right at about, 10.1, I would say if we can hold support above 10.1K, that's going to be a major area and something that a lot of traders and people are going to be looking out for in the near term future. So that's a key area that you want to keep your eye on, and you can also draw this trend line out once I start to zoom out a little bit and see where I have it drawn to. Let's go on into our 4-hour time frame. And I did want to let everyone know that we do have the Path to Cryptocurrency course that is available. So if you're interested in that, feel free to join us in there. First link in the description box below. And yeah, you can definitely it's more of a beginner's course on how to get started in crypto from beginning to end. I'm going to go over a lot of different projects in there, such as some of these DeFi projects as well too. Talk about my experiences with a lot of the altcoins and some of these DeFi projects, how you can get a hold of them, how you can use your Ether to swap in and out of these tokens too as well, and getting familiar with exchanges, how to use exchanges to get a hold of certain cryptocurrencies as well too. But this was a course that I decided to design for newer people getting into the space and really just wanting to understand how to navigate the cryptocurrency space as well too, without a lot of hassle and without with avoiding scams and everything too that are taking place right now. And then also we have our Patreon page that is available. So I highly encourage y'all to come over there and join the Patreon page. Second link in the description box below. This is a trading group page, so you get access to the private Discord channel on the Discord server, and you'll have a bunch of people in there that are also trading these markets on a daily basis, and I get a little bit more education from them on how they trade. But I will also provide my private analysis every single day too, and also provide a wealth of videos and knowledge on the Patreon page as well. I've actually just put out a video about Silver 2 and its recent run up, so the Patreon members got firsthand feed from that and what we're expecting for the rest of this year, going on into the with crypto and gold and silver and all these tangible assets going on into the rest of the year and possibly going on into next year too. So there's some definitely detailed and knowledgeable videos in there as well too that you can check out if you want to join the Patreon page. Second link in the description box below, and then just make sure you message me your Discord username so I can give you access to the full Discord server. And then we do have our YouTube membership page that is available. I will be uploading all my private videos in here. Whenever we have people sign up for it, I'll make sure to go ahead and upload all my private videos that I give my Patreon members as well. Obviously, you won't get access to the Discord trading group, but you will get access to all the private videos that I release for my Patreon members in the ongoing future too. So it is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page, but it is another way to have access to all the private videos that I provide, because mostly on the channel we just go over the Bitcoin charts. And then we are on our way to 3,000 subs, everyone. So make sure that you are getting signed up for our newsletter that we send out periodically throughout the month. It is a great way to stay in touch with us, and I provide, sometimes I'll provide even videos that I only give my Patreon members. So I'll give private videos inside of my newsletters. So make sure that you get signed up for it. And then also we are doing a $100 giveaway at 3,000 subs. And that's really what I want you to sign up for the newsletter for, is to make sure that you qualify for that $100 giveaway and one of our favorite altcoins. So in order to sign up for that giveaway, just make sure you click the link to sign up. It's just CryptoTakeOver.io. You'll be brought to this page. Just make sure you have a valid email or a valid Discord, and I can feel free to message you when we do our drawing, and we'll do it live on the channel as well too. So let's go back to our charts here. Looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see that we've had this huge wick I mean, this is probably like a 2% pump wick, right? Almost 3% a wick to the upside. So quite crazy. But this is also something that we need to be very noticeable of, is that, if there were a lot of shorts that were looking to maybe, try and get a little bit of liquidity before a possible dump. This is a possible way that this could play out, is that these markets are looking for the liquidity on some of these exchanges, such as the leverage exchanges, to then have to then pay out the longs later on. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these exchanges are one-to-one. A lot of these leverage exchanges are one-to-one, so this could just be a liquidity pump for some of these leverage exchanges that are one-to-one. And what that means is that you need to have a decent amount of money already put aside, basically from either stop losses or quick licks to basically pay out the other positions as well too. So this could just be a liquidity pump for some of the exchanges. As you can see, it's almost been a 3% pump wick. And that's kind of sketch, to be honest. So I will just be very closely paying attention to this and seeing how this wants to play out. But looking at our 6 hour, obviously you can see that we've had this major pump up from our resistance lines down here, which we were going to need a lot of volume. We got this little sell off to retest, and we retested. We continued to pump from there. So now we're retesting our trend line resistance above head right here at about 10.1, and this is going to be probably a big move for us to see whether or not we can hold support above this trend line right at about 10.1 or not, and then maybe have this huge resistance line up above head at about 10.5K. So key areas to look out for in the near term future. But as of right now, our EMA spread is looking relatively healthy, and it's looking very bullish for Bitcoin as of right now. We're getting our EMAs even crossing our 50 above our 100 on the 8 hour now, as you can see too as well. That's something to take note of. So it does look like we're definitely seeing the bullishness as of right now, but how how sustainable is it right now? We've been ranging here for the longest time too as well. We've been ranging right from 10.5K all the way down to 9K, and so even us breaking into 10K has just been pretty much wicks, so we're sitting right at about 10K here. We can see the last time that we were up in that 10K area, they were pretty much just wicks, and that's something that we also need to take note of, is that there looks like to be a lot of sell walls right at about 10K. And the fact that the CME is open tomorrow too, I could definitely see that price gap that wants to be filled there as well moving forward. So overall, a very bullish weekend for Bitcoin. If you were trading this and you decided to go long, congratulations, you did a good job. And now you can probably take profit and just kind of sit back and wait to see what might take place from here on out. So let's move on into our 12 hours, see what's going on here. Our 12 hour also getting a nice little spread here. Everything lining up bullish for our EMAs, and then they're not getting a nice little spread to the top side. An extended bull count here also to be noticed on our 12 hour as well. So we have the 1-2 with the imperfect 9 that didn't play out. So now we're continuing and extending this bull count to a little bit further out. Money flows also moving back into the market on our 12 hour. We had this nice little sell off here ever since we were back at that 10.5K area. But as you can see, it's just been kind of like a major wick rejection too, for the most part. So something to also take note of is that, like I pointed out, this wick here, and really not being able to close above 10K or 10.1K has been a major problem for us too moving forward. But money's does look like it wants to start moving back into the market there on the 12 hour. Let's go on into our 21 hour, see what might be happening here. 21 hour also getting a nice little EMA spread. Things are lining back up bullish for us here too as well, but we'll have to just remain cautious because we know there's very heavy resistance above head, and I want to see exactly if we can close above 10K and maybe hold that as support, because we've even on our 21 hour, it looks like a lot of these pushes above 10K have just been pretty much wicks. For the most part, they haven't even lasted a whole day yet during our consolidation period here. So that's just another thing to take note of moving forward from here on out. But if we start to make that support above 10K, then I would definitely try to consider a more bullish position for Bitcoin moving forward. And so our daily time frame, this was another key area that I was really keeping a close eye on, and we did break through our resistance points here too as well, this green trend line. So even if we were to come back, that yellow trend line that we're currently trying to wick through right now has been a resistance trend line all the way back up since you know, our 20K top out, you know. So that's been major resistance for us. But if we start to zoom back in on our daily, we can see that this green trend line all the way back here from 10.5K, and then now coming over here to our consolidation period that we're at now has been broken, and it's given us a green triangle to the upside too as well. So this could, if we continue bullish, our price target could be somewhere around you know, possibly 11K if anything. So I would take a measured move probably from the top here down to our bottom support here, and then maybe move that up to where we're breaking out of right now, right at about that green trend line, and our bullish target would be probably right at about 11.5K, but we're going to have a hard time getting up there, I would assume. Even during a lot of these consolidation periods that Bitcoin was at, you know, we had triangles that could have basically, you know, broken us out to that area, but we just didn't have enough movement to push us up there. We didn't have enough buyers to get past our sell wall. So obviously there's a big sell wall above head. You can see anytime that we tried to push up above 10K on the daily, it's also just been wicks in this consolidation period as well. So is this consolidation period just a period for the bulls to kind of get their momentum back? That is a possibility. It does look here like money was just moving out of the market. And then, you know, it does look like we may want to have another push to the upside, but I'm still staying cautious. I think that we're just going to have to kind of see whether or not that 10K area it gets held as support or not. So that's also another key area that you might want to keep an eye on too as well. Let's go back over here. Don't forget, we do have the public Discord server that is available, so check the links in the description box if you do want to join us in the public Discord server. You'll be brought to a welcome page when you click the link. On that welcome page, just make sure you abide by the community rules and guidelines, and then click the little green checkbox, and that'll give you access to the Discord server. You can come in there and chat with us, chat it up with you know, people that are also trading this market as well too, and maybe gather a little bit more information for them too, or from them as well. And then also we have our Crypto Takeover announcements page, so you can check us out on Telegram. Check some of the links in the description box, you'll find it down there. And this is just an announcements page that tells you whether or not I'm running sales or when I upload a video pretty much too. And then don't forget, we use the premium plan on TradingView. If y'all are interested in upgrading, we also have those links in the description box. If you're using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend that you have the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen when you are using TradingView as well. So I have a couple of different indicators that I'll kind of point out to you too as well. The whales buy and sell signal, which is a custom, you know, it's a free indicator, but I use the custom parameters on it. And you can get all that information inside of the Patreon page. Whenever you join the Patreon page, just search whales buy and sell signal inside of the search box, or if you can't find it, feel free to message me and I'll give you the video for it too as well. And then also we use the custom indicator called the Aldo EMAs, which allows you to have all these indicators, or all the EMAs basically in one indicator, so that way you don't have to have, you know, 10 different indicators lined up on your left hand side of the screen. You can have all your EMAs just in one indicator package. So it's a custom script that I also provide you inside of the Patreon page with, and I'll provide you that video there too. If you have trouble finding it, just let me know. And so let's go back to our charts here real quick. So we're also going to look at the 2-day. Let's go on into these higher time frames and see what might be going on here too. So you can see that our purple trend line here has also been kind of just like a pivot point for us. If we zoom it on back, we can currently see that we, you know, broke below it. We've been kind of pivoting down and up on it. So we'll have to wait to see, you know, if we're going to end up holding support on it. But this has been a nice little support trend line for us moving forward. We did break it, and then that's when we had our purple, you know, triangles to the downside for the most part. Now we did get this trend line break up here with some green trend lines, or some green triangles to maybe signal that we were kind of bullish moving forward. But the fact that we're still riding this pivot point here and maybe even finding resistance below it, that's something to take note of as well too. So we probably want to see another close back above this trend line area, which is right at about 10K. And that's the next support, or that's the next resistance I'm looking for. But also that's the support that we want to, find if we're going to continue our bullish run up to 10.5K. And then 10.5K, we'll have to see whether or not that's going to be another big sell wall for us or not. So even on our 3-day, taking a look at our 3-day here, had some nice bullish breakouts above our trend line areas here too as well, coming back down to retest that trend line as support. As you can see here, that green trend line. But one thing I'm also noticing is that this consolidation period has given us a lot of sell signals on these higher time frames. So even as I start to zoom out just a tad bit more, and I did want to also take a look at the 2-day money flow, still moving up pretty nicely. Our 3-day money flow, let's see how that's doing. Still moving up pretty nicely. This one, our 3-day is kind of consolidating for the most part, but it does look pretty healthy. Our 4-day is looking pretty healthy with a nice little green dot here to send us back up a little bit further. Looks like we're still trying to finish out this extended bull count too as well. So that's also something to take note of too. So honestly, we could consolidate out even more to try and end this extended bull count here on these higher time frames. That's something that we're really going to have to keep a close eye on too as well. But as you can see, we never finished out our extended bull count here. So it could be very short-lived. We'll just have to wait to see how this wants to play out. Or we could just be putting in a trigger wave here on our 4-day too as well, and then maybe see a little bit more sell-off, as y'all might know. Finding nice support above our 13 EMA here on the 4-day as well. Definitely making support again above it on the 3-day. And then let's go on into our 5-day here. Our 5-day, we've gotten these sell signals here. They didn't quite play out the way we wanted them to, or the way we were expecting them to play out. But we're gonna have to still see if if we don't make support above that 10.5K or that 10K area, then this sell signal could end up just being it could still play out for us. So we need to be very aware as we're moving forward from here on out. But the 5-day is something I'm keeping a close eye on too as well, to see whether or not we're going to continue to move bullish. If we do start to see some more buy signals pop off, the last buy signal we had was on our daily, and waiting for maybe a buy signal on our 2-day as well too. And so I'll keep my Patreon members up to date on that. If I'm not releasing a video every single day, then you can become a Patreon member, and I'll definitely keep them up to date with what's going on and things. And if we start to range to be a little bit more bullish, then I'll definitely point out the signs to them that I'm seeing that we are going to continue to be bullish too as well. So right now I'm just kind of remaining cautious and just kind of looking at the charts pretty much every single day, and keeping a close eye on things, and to see whether or not they are ready to continue to moon for us, or if we're going to just consolidate under this 10K or this 10.5K area for a little bit longer, which could be relatively good accumulation for a lot of us, and then to just ride this completely up to the moon maybe later on is sounds like a good plan to me too as well. So 6-day sell signal as well. Money flow is moving off here too. This was a nice little sell signal here on the 6-day to give us this waterfall action here. Not quite the same here, but it is what it is. Sometimes it doesn't always like to play out. So we could see something like, this, y'all. In all honesty, like we could see, a pump all the way back up to 10.5K and find more rejection on it again, to then be like, oh, no, fake out, here we go, and then continue the sell-off too. So we got to be very, very aware of what's going on, and just to kind of remain cautious as of right now, and look for maybe those support areas. If we break 10.5K, guys, it's lift off time. That's really what it is. It's going to be lift off time, and there's probably not going to be any turning back. That's just my predicament on it. But we'll have to wait to see if we can even hold support above 10K, and then obviously 10.5K would be the ultimate rocket ship to Mars, basically. But the weekly also giving us that nice sell signal there too as well. And yeah, I think for the most part, we're just kind of waiting to see. Our weekly's also giving us a green dot here too. Money flow still looking like it wants to kind of sell off a little bit more. So an extended bull count has also signaled on the weekly as well too. You know, we'll just have to, what I'm looking at is 10K. If we can hold support above 10K for the next week, then by all means, that's probably going to be a very clear sign that this is going to be a nice consolidation area above 10K, and you might want to load up your bags, just saying, if you haven't already. And if you haven't been hodling, you know, then you might need to, like, you know, start getting on it and start DCAing back into these markets, because we could be going full blast from there on out. And so with that being said, I think I'll go ahead and end it here. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're still on our way to 3,000 subs. I highly appreciate everyone that's on this channel commenting. Comment down below something that you did today. I don't care what it is. Just comment down below something. It can just be like what your dog's name is or something like that. I don't know. But comment something down below to help grow the channel. And then also don't forget to like the video. Like I said, we use quite a few you know, cool indicators on here too, so if you're interested in checking those out, find the links in the description box below. And then obviously if you want to join us in the Patreon page, you can join us in there. And without further ado, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.